Alright. We fucking got it. Holy shit. That was a fucking
Sorry
disaster.
for the technical difficulties.
That was a fucking disaster.
Hell of a technical
Hold on, let me get it started again.
Unplug this shit.
Now you get to watch me munch on a Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, that's why I smacked down my donut.
I'll hit him with a clap at the end of this, so we know where to start. Are we good? Stream running decent?
Mm-hmm.
Dog barking somewhere?
It's from Logan.
That's me.
Alright.
Is she not happy?
The only reason I know is because I don't have a dog.
That is fair. After some wild technical difficulties, we are back. Welcome to the Album Book Club podcast. Today we are down a host for reasons he did not elaborate with or for. Doesn't matter. But we are reviewing Anxiety and Circumstances by Akintoye. He is a Canadian-based rapper who does incorporates a lot of like funk elements into some of his raps, which I really liked. This album is the longest album we've had on this podcast, sitting at 15 songs. And I did not do a lot of research on this album because I don't do that. I found out a little bit because I was like, does the album art mean something? Because I couldn't get a read on that. And I found out that a lot of the songs are super personal to him, even though they're in the style of this like funk rap. Lyrically.
Oh yeah, can I just say I absolutely love funk elements in here, and I kind of hate that you texted me and you were like, "Oh, am I gonna get shit on for this one?" I'm like, me? Serious? You think I'm not gonna like this at all, people?
To you because I expected you to be the one to not shit on it.
Yeah, of course I'm not gonna shit on it. I liked a lot of this.
Thanks. Your opinion of me is so awesome now.
How many 4s are on this album, Logan?
2.
That's a fucking travesty.
You know what? I mean, for Logan rankings, that's pretty good. I'll take it.
That is pretty good for Logan rankings. I think I have my most common ranking is.
I'll explain it when we get there. All right.
I understand. You usually come in with valid criticism.
Then again, I have 4 6s on here.
I got a couple lower rated scores. I won't say what my lowest is, but I got a couple 6s.
I have 6 6s.
Is there a third one there somewhere?
What?
Well, if you add up these two numbers.
All right, so I guess we'll just start with with our top 3s. My top 3 was Dolomite, Ain't It Easy, and The Line.
First of all, it's Dolomite. The human tornado.
I don't know about all that.
That's how it's pronounced. There's an old movie title.
Okay.
Yeah.
I told you I didn't do research.
My top 3 were Bad Day Ballad, The Line, and Wusa.
Oh shit, we're not going in counterclockwise anymore.
My top 3 were Wusa, Bad Day Ballad, and Waste My Time.
Hey, we actually got pretty similar top 3s, Logan.
Let's go.
I'll say Wusa almost made it.
Wusa's really good.
I was driving to the post office going like, let's go. I was going in the playlist.
Move on to the bottom song. I had Who Up, and I'll explain when we get there.
Yeah, my bottom song was Ease Up.
Dang. My bottom song was Cold Winter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get shit on for that one.
Are you? Hold on, let me check. No, I don't think I'm not gonna shit on that.
It's for me, it was,
So yeah, we'll start it off with the first song, which is Glory I kind of expected this to be Logan's bottom song, because of the whiplashy switch up right in the middle. That made you think.
Yeah, the
Dude,
intense
I
pause and then
I thought
restart.
it was a different
Yeah.
fucking
Yep.
song.
I'm not gonna lie, I did too, and I've heard this album a good couple of times.
I sat there. I'm sitting there driving to work. I'm like, "What? This is the same song?" Like I went to see when it changed, so I can.
The
write it
only
down.
reason I didn't think it was a different song is because my car shows it to me.
I had it in the back of my head. I remembered it, but in the front of my head, I did not remember it. So I had to check.
Front
But,
front brain, back brain.
I had this one was a solid intro to this album. I liked the switch up, and then I wrote, but I feel like everyone else is gonna have a problem with it. Mainly Ethan and Logan. And I gave this song a 7 out of 10. I think it's a good way to start an album.
Yeah, I can't agree more. I think it's a good way to start an album. I also gave it a 7 out of 10. And for me, the switch up, I kind of liked it, but at the same time, it was just a little jarring, and that's why I couldn't give it anything above a 7. Because I thought, the 2 parts by themselves were pretty good. And then for like the transition or the swap up in between is just kind of harsh for me.
That's fair.
I gave this song a 6 out of 10. The whiplash doesn't bother me too much. Like it does a little, but it's only bad between songs. Like on an album, like 3 to 4 with whiplash sucks. But in one song, you're like, okay. The only comment I really have on there is I just put Lin-Manuel Miranda ? Because the way that he raps in this song is very like Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, for real. Like it's like that choppy and choppy and choppy and then long phrase go. Like, kind of era. And I was just like, that made me chuckle a little.
Alright.
Good song.
So yeah, next up, song 2, Bad Day Ballad. I'm gonna stop counting after this because I'm gonna lose count as soon as we move on. I said this one's a good song. To show a little bit of variation between some of the styles early on, because they do switch it up later on quite a bit. I gave this song an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, Bad Day Ballad is really good for me. I love the funk elements in there. It was like Glory led into this really well for me, and then having all that variation in there just really sat well. It's actually my number 1 song on the album. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I really liked this one.
I kind of expected this to be somebody's top song.
This one, I ranked it in my top 3 as my number 2. I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's just a really fun song. Like I didn't really listen to the words because I feel like they would have made me sad. But the beats and stuff, they were fun.
Yeah, the
There's
words
also
for
some,
me
brass
here.
tracks in there. I don't know. Whoever they had do the brass on that, it reminded me of brass tracks.
It does
like when
sound
they're on that
like-
Blink album.
I saw he has clips on his story right now. He did a show last night. He brings out a full band when it's his first live show today, or yesterday. He brought out a full live band with him.
That's fucking awesome.
Badass. If he comes near here, I'm going to see it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, next song is Wusa. I gave this song an 8 out of 10. Really like the brass in this one. It's more upbeat, still has the funk elements. I wrote 7, and then about halfway through, the brass kept hitting, and I was like, alright, gotta bump it up. Mainly around like the 2-minute mark. That's when I bumped it back up. It was towards the end.
Yeah, the brass in this one just goes super hard. What'd you rate it? 8 out of 10?
8, yeah.
Because that's what I rated it. I rated it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, the brass just goes super hard for me. I really love that funk element to just this music in general.
Shocker. 8s across the board, my friend.
Oh!
Wusa was lit. I was having the time of my life. I was bumping. I just put Bruno Mars rap next to it because it just sounded like Uptown Funk as a rap song, and I was all for it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to
Yeah, I can totally see that.
It was fun as hell.
This whole album is just really fun. Some of the end stuff isn't as fun, but the front half is really fun. The front half of this album is super fun for me.
So yeah, next up, Somebody Get a Handle on Him. This song I gave a 6 out of 10, and I will explain. Really like the brass in this song. Great song. It's been on my workout playlist for like 5 months, and I've heard it every day for 5 months, and I'm a little sick of it. So its ranking is a little bit lower than it probably should be.
I'd still say you're pretty close. I gave this song a 7 out of 10. And I haven't heard it every day for 6 months. I just thought it was pretty good. I wasn't as good as the previous 2 songs. It's really, I feel like it's hard to follow up Bad Day Ballad and Wusa.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was expecting more of that energy, and I just didn't get that from the song.
Yeah, I gave this one a 5 out of 10. And I don't know why. I didn't really write anything down, which in my mind just means something wasn't clicking and I didn't know how to put it in words.
It's a song.
I think it's because you take out the brass tracks in it. It really just, to me, sounds like kind of a generic rap song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it felt like this was kind of like a shoe-in.
This was a pretty big switch up from what with the last like 4 or 5 songs. Pretty dramatic change, so I can see that. I didn't scroll down anymore, so yeah. All right, how do you say it, Logan? Because I said it wrong.
Dolomite.
Dolomite.
I fucking love this song, and I had kind of forgotten about it before listening to this album again, and it's kind of just reminded me how much I liked this song and a little bit lost it. Great flow in this song, great melody. The guitar on the accent hits was just doing it for me, especially this last run through. I will say the outro goes on for a little bit too long.
I agree with you there.
On for like a little bit longer than I would have had it. I gave the song a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, for me, I gave it an 8 out of 10, but I still think it's just as good. I think it's really good, but I couldn't put it on the same level as Bad Day Ballad. I feel like Bad Day Ballad is just a better song than this. But this one is still fun, it still has its merit, and it's great. I still gave it an 8 out of 10. I think it's super fun. And that's about it for me. I don't know what to say. I like the music. It's good.
Yeah, I gave this one a 6 out of 10, which in the Logan scale means, yeah, it's pretty good, you know? Like, it didn't wow me.
Logan 6 is an Ethan 10, so...
That's true.
What, I don't know, I guess it didn't wow me. It did what I expected it to do, and then I was like, yeah, okay. And it didn't really go above expectations. So it's 6 out of 10. It was there.
It's all fair.
Fair.
I'm definitely gonna have some higher ranked songs than everybody else. I wouldn't put the album in if I didn't.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Every album
always
mine
like
is
that.
probably Chumbawamba had like a self-proclaimed 10.
Chumbawamba is our most unbiased album review we've ever had.
I don't know. Tub Thumper did get praises, but come to think of it, that song is just perfect in every way. So.
Exactly.
I mean, Chumbawamba is perfect in every way.
Remember that time last week I got like fucking 10 Chumbawamba memes back to back on Instagram?
Yeah, when we single-handedly revived Chumbawamba's career.
You know, I'd be happy to be known as the group that revived Chumbawamba.
Yeah, what if Chumbawamba did like a comeback tour and cited us? So like in Guitar Magazine, like the Album Book Club podcast is just there.
That'd be badass.
And her name is attached to Chumbawamba of all people.
You'll find it in my suicide note.
You'll find the magazine article hung up on my fucking wall.
What if we got it autographed by Chumbawamba?
That's the dream. What are you talking about? You can write your note on the back of it.
Chumba from the Wumba.
All right,
we sign it for them, which put in quotes, I chumbaed too much Wumba.
That's what are you talking about? That's the headline.
These guys have chumbed way too much Wumba.
And they brought him back. Alright, who up?
Anyway,
this song is okay. It did not do. This would not have been if I got the aux in a car. This is not the first song I'm putting up. It's an alright song. I gave it a 5.5. It's okay.
Maybe I was just riding the high of Dolomite, but I really like this one too. I gave it another 8 out of 10. I just really vibed with it. I think this is the point of the album where I really got into it, because I listened to this over my work drive, which is an hour and a half right now. So, you know, at this point, it was probably like 5:45 in the morning, maybe a little later than that, but yeah, I was just starting to vibe to the album really well, and I feel like it comes at a good spot too.
Yeah, so I just gave this one a 5 out of 10 and put, I bet I'm gonna see a trend here in this album. And it kind of came true a little. I'll explain later, but I was like, yeah, there's literally nothing dazzling about this.
Was it that I liked every song and Connor had some criticisms? Was that the prediction?
No, the prediction was just that you're gonna see more songs that just sound like kind of really similar to this one.
Yeah.
There was 2 in my mind that I was like, that's just the fucking same.
Alright, then it moves on to It Ain't Easy. I love this song, like, a lot. I think this was my number 2. And maybe that's why I didn't like Who Up as much, is because they sandwiched it in between my 2 favorite songs on this album.
Maybe.
I also gave this one a 9 out of 10. They do this thing in the chorus where they throw one sharp note in towards the end of every section, and that usually gets points for me if done correctly, so this one did it.
For me, this song didn't really stand out at all. Maybe I was coming down off that high from Dolomite now. And I rated this one just a 6 out of 10. It didn't do much for me. And, you know, I could still see that it was a better than average song. And I could still admit that fact. Because it's not a bad listen, by any means. It's just, it didn't exactly do much for me.
Quick timeout. Carson, you got a gain knob on that thing?
I do.
Crank it down a little bit.
Okay, gotcha.
You've been peaking for a couple weeks, and I just realized we can fix it live.
Oh, I better turn mine down a little.
Yours is fine, Logan. It's Carson that is blowing out the fucking AirPods every week.
I'm sorry.
Ethan probably
is that
do
better?
it too. Yeah, that's better. Ethan should probably hit it a little bit too, but his is not nearly as bad as this.
Mine's rough sometimes.
I can't hear myself, boys. I need that input.
For a while, it was my fault because I had you guys turned up way too loud and me way too quiet. But then I fixed that, and it still didn't fix Carson. So
I'm just loud.
So I gave this one a 5 out of 10.
Right.
I just put fucks with the lo-fi like intro, that like lo-fi feel, and then it kind of like in my mind it was something they should have kept as like a way more prominent theme, but it kind of got pushed to the background, and I was like, damn, that's tragic, because it was pretty fucking good.
You know, if they kept that throughout the song, it might have been higher in my head. Might have gotten it higher.
Next up was Cold Winter. I gave this one a 6 out of 10 and wrote, "This is my thumbs up emoji of this album." Because I am no longer doing these on the Mac. This one was pretty good, but once again would not be my first aux pick.
Yeah, I agree too. I thought this one was pretty good. I vibed with it well. It got a 7 out of 10 for me. You know, not a bad ranking, but you know, it's better than average. It does some. You know, I feel like I would be comfortable showing this to a friend, but not as like the first song from them. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like I'd introduce them with Bad Day Ballad and be like, "Hey, you should listen to that entire album," and that song is just kind of in there. But yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10.
I gave this one a 4 out of 10.
found the
I
first
said-
4.
I said this is the part of the album where the song got repetitive. Like it just felt
That's
like
true.
really similar to track 5, and I was like, ugh, you know.
That's really fair.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of like as like there's every rap album is gonna have a few songs that sound the same because there's only so many different styles that most people are comfortable doing, and
Oh, by the way, when you said track 5, did you mean Dolomite? I think track 5 is Dolomite.
not Dolomite. Fuck.
Who's Up?
Yeah.
Or Who Up?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've called
Sorry.
it Who's Up for the entire week.
Yeah, it was just chill, you know, a little rough.
Mhm. Yeah, I think some of these ones towards the end are more like background music. They
Mm-hmm.
work better
definitely.
as that than actually listening to this. Like the top half is for sure front and center.
The top half are the bangers.
Mhm. But I think towards the end it gets a little bit into the background music territory. Yeah, speaking of background music territory, Is It Me? I gave this one a 6.5, and I wrote a few notes about his flow and shit, but then I almost wrote a second thumbs up emoji on this one, and then realized I was doing it and stopped.
You're like, I'm the host. I can't do just thumbs up.
Yeah. It's like I can't get away with that.
I actually have to talk about the music. But for me, just the thumbs up is fine because I gave it 6 out of 10. It's just alright. I mean, it's good. You know, it doesn't do much. It's just, yeah, there.
Here's the second 4 out of 10. My note was, is this just cold winter extended cut?
I
Because
can
it felt
definitely
like,
see that. Yeah.
like it felt like the same song I literally just listened to. I was like, what the fuck?
Mhm. See, I almost gave Cold Winter a 6 too, and then I would have had 4 6s in a row.
Should have had 3. You should change the ranking of this one. Then we
This
can
one
get
is 6.
Satan as a guest on the podcast.
Let's go.
Damn, maybe next week. Unless Zoot Suit Riot gets pulled. And this could be
Reviewing-
tens across the board.
Fuck yeah. that album will be tens across the board.
First of all, their band's name is the Cherry Poppin'
I
Daddies.
know,
That's a
I
10.
know.
Look at the album art, man. Neon green. You know I love my neon green
silhouette.
album arts.
It's gonna go hard now that I got Ethan put the gradients on the thumbnails.
Let's go.
Speaking of Zoot Suit Riot, when I was in Buffalo, one of the event speakers was playing Zoot Suit Riot, but whatever speakers they had, the drums in every song sounded so real. I looked around and was like, there's no fucking shot somebody's playing this live right now and hitting it as good as they are.
Oh my god, yeah.
I had a moment of
That song is
panic.
so hard not to rush.
Oh yeah. But yeah, Out of My Mind is next, right? Or did we just do that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Out of My Mind. This one's good. I don't really have much to say about it, which is essentially me just writing thumbs up emoji again. The part with the piano was cool, but I didn't write where in the song that is. So, feel like I should have. That was an oversight on Yesterday Me part, but
Is that at the end?
I think it's at the end. But I'm basing that on nothing. So,
Yeah.
did I give this one a 6 out of 10? Good song. Thumbs up emoji. That 6 out of 10 is pretty much the baseline for a thumbs up emoji in my brain. So.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. For me, it is also a 6 out of 10. And at this point, I was kind of fed up with how repetitive it was. Because it does kind of just feel like the same song 4 times in a row.
I remember this one, listening to it like separately from the album on a playlist or something, and being like, damn, this song could have gone somewhere really cool, and then just stayed where it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could have done something, but it didn't, and it's kind of disappointing. But I still gave it a 6 out of 10 because
Like, it's still
his music isn't without its merit.
still a fine song, but
Mm-hmm.
I also
Especially
gave
on
this
its own.
a 6 out of 10.
it's like a fucking 9 for you.
Yo, whoa.
Shit.
Yeah.
You like
It
this
just-
a lot.
Yeah, it just to me it felt like early 2000s rap when like everyone was trying to get off their gangster shit and they're like, "Yeah, we're good people." That's what it felt like. That was the vibe of this song. And I was like, "Yeah, this is like Ice Cube reimagined type shit." So
Just compared this shit to Ice Cube.
no. We're talking about Ice Cube when he kind of started sucking a little bit, you know, like right before Eminem became a person. Right before he spawned in.
So yeah, next up is Breathe. I give this one an 8 out of 10. This one kind of brought it back for me in the album a little bit. It had a cool transition between the songs. It was pretty subtle and not as in your face as, I don't know, Belmont. Gotta bring him back in every week. But I put that maybe Ethan will like this one more because of that. Even though this album is kind of revenge for last week, so throwing him in.
And that's why he's not here.
Yeah, that's why he bailed.
Rat bastard.
Like the vibe of this one. I like the chorus and the break towards the end was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought this one was pretty good too. I gave it a 7 out of 10. It was definitely a step up from the other songs that we had listened to, but it still didn't do anything outrageous in my mind. It didn't really catch my eye at any points. I just thought it was overall generally better than the previous 4.
Yeah, I gave this one a 6 out of 10, and just put I fucks with it. I don't know what that means, but
I think that's the general vibe of the song. Just fucks with it.
Yeah. Continuing that trend, though maybe not as much. Ease Up. I gave it a 7 out of 10, and this is my least amount of notes on anything. I said I like the energy in this song, which is almost, but a little bit better than a thumbs up emoji.
So, for me, this is actually my bottom song of the album. Purely because it got the same ranking as a lot of the other just kind of here songs, you know, a lot of those songs that sound very similar. It got the same ranking as that, but I just couldn't think of anything outstanding about it at all.
I don't remember what the next song was.
And like for me, I was like, if I have to pick one of these 6s to be my bottom song, it's gonna be Ease Up.
By the way,
and
it's not a bad thing.
It's still a 6 out of 10 in my mind, but it is my bottom song. I feel like it just, out of every song on this album, it shines the least.
Yeah, I gave this one a 4.5 out of 10, and I put it's repetitive, but almost less repetitive barely than the other 2 I ranked as 4s. I don't know, it felt like it tried to do its own thing, and then it kind of was like, no thanks, and then just went back to the repetitive shit.
Yeah, I think that's why I'm kind of like, it's kind of my bottom song. You know, you could tell that he tried, and then he didn't at all. Like, okay, dude, you put in the effort for a little bit, and then you just didn't.
That's how it be sometimes.
It got me excited, and then it just disappointed.
Given the track record of the last couple songs, I think this one might either be everybody's least favorite or bump this shit back up a little bit. But for me, it brought it back up. I gave this one an 8.5 out of 10, and I really, after going through the songs we just did, I had to remind myself why this one was up there, because I kind of forgot what it was. But this song goes crazy. Brought back the trumpets from the beginning. The flow and the chorus go crazy, especially the second time, which is how rap songs are supposed to go. So he did that right.
Yeah, I think this song is awesome. When those trumpets came back, I actually legitimately got excited. And that's how I knew, like, this is going to be very high ranking for me. It feels so refreshing out of coming into this out of the rest of, like, the middle part of this album. Yeah, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I really, really fucked with this one. Just because it kind of brought back the album for me.
Yeah, well, I gave this one a 6 out of 10. I did enjoy it. It was pretty cool. I just put that it felt very Kendrick Lamar-esque. Like just like
Yeah.
the way it felt like
yeah,
it
I
could,
can kind of see
you
that.
could throw that on the Black Panther album and no one would question it if you had Kendrick sing it. So I was just like, yeah, that's Kendrick Lamar, and it felt cool. It felt refreshing from the repetitiveness. A good reset.
Yeah, and the next song, while it might have been a little bit whiplash from that one, I thought was still pretty good. He brought it back. Oh, it's complicated. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Forgot all the beginning shit to these reviews.
Sometimes you do it at the end, sometimes it's the beginning. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Sometimes you remember halfway through a review and do it right there.
That's only you, Conrad.
Nah, don't worry about it. But yeah, he brought it back. He chilled down. You could tell this was going to be the end of the album, like towards the end. And I thought, I think I almost wrote this could have been the ending song and probably should have been. But I was like, I'll wait and actually hear the last song on the album before I say that. And I don't remember if I wanted to say that, so.
I think you're wrong, but
That's fair.
who's
Well,
to say? I think
so
it's.
maybe that says something.
Hey, that does say something. Maybe you weren't wrong. Maybe you're correct, and all of our opinions are the same again, Connor.
That's possible.
I gave this one a 7 out of 10. I liked it. I still, I didn't think it was nearly as good as The Line. I didn't think it brought back as much, especially with it being kind of whiplashy. But yeah, I still thought it was pretty good for what it was, and it still got a 7 out of 10 in my mind.
Yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 10. It felt mid. It felt like they were like, why they almost wound me down a little too fast, you know, for the ending. It kind of went like banger, wind down, like it's like when you slam on your brakes 30 feet from the car in front of you, going 60. That's what it felt like. And I was like, oof, not a fan.
That should happen to me on the highway. Now I gotta change my brakes tomorrow.
Yep, see?
Well, this, on Brinsman's, this lady really needed to come over, and I was in the perfect spot. You know, 3/4 of the length of my car was also the same distance as her car. So she just decided to right on over and almost entirely sideswipe my car. I had to slam on my brakes so hard to avoid that. And now they've been grinding ever since. No, luckily there was nobody behind me. I was like the last one in line.
Oh.
Yeah. If there was anybody behind me, I would have gotten hit.
Fuck that lady.
She a bitch. If you out there, you a bitch.
We calling you out, whoever you are.
Well, and she also decided after I honked at her, because obviously I'm gonna honk at you if you're coming into my lane with my car 3/4 in the way. She like leaned out of the window and just. It's like, what? You're in the fucking wrong here.
She really just hit you with like the Freddy Fazbear emote.
You know, straight out the window. Why?
Hey, chat, find that lady
driving
for us.
the car. Yeah, so her license plate was
Track her down.
37P.
Go find her, chat. We need to have a word.
See how hard it is to find an African American woman in Cincinnati.
Her name
Oh, shit, we
was
can't
Sarah
canceled,
Mitchell.
Carson, what the fuck?
I said African American.
I don't
That's
know.
important
We're trying to
information if they're trying to-
We're trying to track down an African American woman right now, live on the internet.
You were so lucky we were live, or you were getting lit up.
Oh, I'm fucked, dude.
We're fucked. That one's going in the reel. You're real lucky this one's not getting a reel.
Wait.
What?
What are we on now? We're on the
Dirt
last
for
song.
later.
We're on the last song, yeah.
We've only been going for 33 minutes.
What? Oh no, yeah, you forget that we had like a 15
Yeah, we're also
minute...
down.
We had a 25-minute technical difficulty where I fist fought my computer.
Mm-hmm.
He did. He was kicking it and throwing it. It made out a little. It was a whole show.
Yeah.
He fucked it and came inside too.
Hey, yep. You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
The only thing it would.
Hey, the stream is back, so clearly it worked. Fuck you.
Fucking it worked.
That's what you gotta do.
Connor's magical comb.
So yeah, somebody
You're real
can't tell
lucky
you
we're
to
not
hit
making
it
a
when
fucking
it comes
reel
to
this week.
electronics no more.
It's water cooled.
Yeah, now I'm just saying out of pocket shit because I know there's not a real.
It's liquid cooled, but I didn't say what liquid cools it.
Thank God none of us are ever gonna run for president.
Thank God.
Hey guys, digital footprints aren't a thing, right?
No.
Oh, the digital ass prints.
We're leaving that for sure.
I got a fat ass print.
Damn, this reel would have been really good.
So Connor's just gonna publish
Damn it,
2
Ethan.
videos on Monday.
There's gonna be a second reel on Monday. No, there's not. I don't have time anymore. I've been like a half hour late posting them every day this week. We start getting fucked at like 2 o'clock. Work starts hitting at 2. But,
Why don't you just schedule the post on Instagram?
Because you can't do that on Instagram.
Yeah, you can.
Then you can't do it on TikTok. At least
probably
one
not.
of them you can't do it, so that's why I didn't. But yeah, Waste My Time, last song. Song 15. Thank God Ethan isn't here, because that would have teed him up for a really good joke. I don't think he's a huge fan of
This whole album was a waste of my time.
Teed him up real good. I gave him a 7. I gave the song a 7 out of 10. Not Ethan, the song. But another cool transition in between songs, I thought. I didn't really have a ton to say about this song. It was pretty good, pretty decent ending to the album.
Yeah, I once again entirely agree with Connor. Hive Mind achieved 7 out of 10. Thought it was a decent ending, and I like the transition in between. Those are my notes. Those are my legitimate notes. Connor, you just read off my fucking phone screen.
I ranked this song a 6 out of 10, and I put, man, this feels like if ABBA started rapping. And if you listen to that song, you won't be able to unhear it. Dancing Queen was about to start. Got real hype
What are
for
you
it.
doing? What are you doing?
Trying to read my phone screen for my notes here.
I think that's
What?
what he's doing.
What do you mean?
You're like staring off in the distance.
I'm fucking dissociating. I'm like,
Well, you looked at the camera, and then you looked straight forward, and then your camera just started shaking. What the hell are you doing?
He got possessed, bro.
I'm fucking telekinetic. Fucking look forward. The camera is fucking scared of me. That's what it is. It's like, oh shit.
You had your hand out. I was like, what the fuck is it? What it looks
I'm
like.
just-
That,
Now it's
that's
frozen.
what it looked like. That's a real good frame to have that on.
Leave it. I'm not gonna change this.
No, I need it for song of the day, you fucker.
Fuck. Hold on.
That picture's
Wait,
going on the
I think-
Instagram.
I think
He
my
broke,
webcam is broken.
he broke his fucking camera.
I don't think you guys know just how violently I shook my desk.
If I broke my webcam, I would drive over to your house and kill you for no reason, Carson. I would be that mad.
Oh shit.
He's just gonna be like that, I think.
Yeah, I think my webcam is legitimately broken.
I froze before he even shook his desk. It's just him prepping. He's like,
Actually, that's the frame of me starting to lift up the desk.
Man just flipped his desk for no reason.
this man's fighting his demons, bro.
Oh, you don't. One of my monitors fell off my desk too. It's fucking chaos in this room right now.
We didn't hear any of that somehow.
No, because he broke the fucking internet with it.
Oh god, my Google Home is on the floor.
Told you. Hey Google.
You are not. You are not on loudspeaker.
If
Dang.
you're loud enough, you can be.
Dude, you ever be watching like YouTube videos and like your Alexa or Google pop on and be
Yeah.
like, "What do you want me to do?"
There was
Does
one-
everybody see the live stream right now? It looks so fucking stupid. It's flipped.
Carson, you're still frozen on that same frame you have been for 5 minutes.
Try restarting your webcam.
Oh no, like it's plugged in. I unplugged it and plugged it back in, and no lights. This thing's done.
He fucking killed his webcam.
This shit's
look at this,
done.
Look at this lovely frame. Just animate on it or something.
Oh, I thought for a second the stream hadn't caught up to it yet, and we could watch it back in real time.
Oh, you can.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I meant like we could see it happen live from a couple minutes ago.
All right, so we on
Yeah, we're on
the
to
song of the whatever.
overall,
Oh no, we have
gotta
more
do
shit.
overall thoughts with cardboard cutout Carson.
I'm the same as Claude back there.
I'm gonna get one of those made where it's just this frame.
I would pay for that.
So yeah, overall thoughts. In all actuality, I don't think anybody can make a perfectly consistent 15-song album. I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, hell no. There's no goddamn way.
That being said, what this album did do, I thought was really good. I wouldn't have put it up in the wheel if I didn't. I found this album like last year, and I have written down that maybe some of my songs are lower because I've been listening to it for that long, but I think that's just, or also that this podcast has made me more critical of music. Thank you, Logan. But
you're welcome. Here to ruin
some
everyone's
of them
life.
are a little bit lower than I had ranked them in the just throughout the last year, but I still think this album did pretty good, minus it being 15 songs, which I think is not good for any album to do.
Yeah, for me, what?
I was just going to announce that Carson Backdrop can go.
Do you want me to turn off the camera, or do we want to keep the frame?
Keep it
No,
on.
leave it. Yeah, leave it.
Sure,
Okay,
leave it on.
this will be the real frame. You'll have to put like white meme text over top. Carson broke
No,
webcam.
Your ass is gonna record a different song of the day reel. You're just gonna say it here.
Oh. But yeah, overall, yeah, I thought this was good. I really liked the album. It has a bit of a lull in the middle, but I would put a lot of these songs on different playlists. I'd put a lot of these songs on like a saved playlist and listen to them regularly. And especially I feel like the middle of the album is only kind of worse than the rest because it's all close together. It's because it's one after another after another. I feel like if I listened to them outside of the album and maybe inside of a playlist with more music like this, it would be a lot better in my mind.
Just to hop on that idea, that's what I've been doing for a lot of that year of listening to this. It's been a while since I've listened to this whole album as one thing, and it is better that way.
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely like a playlist filler album. There's a lot of songs on here that are really good by themselves. You don't need the context of the album for a lot of these songs to be good. And in fact, a lot of these songs shine a lot better outside the context of the album. Like, if I'm listening to a hip-hop playlist and then a Bad Day Ballad comes on, come on, I'm gonna get so fucking hype in the middle of that. Just because it's so different from everything else and it's so good.
It's hard to know when to react to cardboard cutout cards.
That is true.
I can talk at any time. I can do anything.
He's like a muppet,
Except
bro.
move.
Oh, I'm schmoovin', you just can't see it.
That's
What
what
do I
they
just
all say.
imagine he did like
I'm
the
straight
whitest
jacking
side
right
dance
now.
ever. He was like,
I hope the camera just pops back on right at the end.
I hope it does too.
As
That'd be
As
funny.
I'm cutting the stream, he just starts moving again.
It's on such a long delay.
yeah, all I put for like the overall notes was take 5 songs out of this album, you got a way better album. And that's the thing is in the context of its own right, yeah, there's like a bunch of filler feeling songs. Which I hope I'm not saying that, and then the 5 songs we dogged on are like the ones that mean the most to him, you know?
Impossible.
But like, there's just a couple songs that I feel like if you put them maybe scattered throughout like a couple different albums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think an EP of like the middle would have worked pretty good.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like I don't like the middle nearly as much because the other songs are there.
Yep.
Ooh, so.
Ooh, so.
So yeah, then album art. We'll do flow last. It's fine. Album art, I gave it a 7 out of 10. I really can't think anything wrong with it. I did go on a deep dive though to try to figure out if it meant anything, and I didn't see anything about it. But I did find the like, I don't know what the website's called, but it's like Letterbox for albums. And a lot of people a couple people that had actually reviewed it, all they said was like, this is not as good as his last album. It was like the only thing I saw. It was still like a 7 out of 10, but they were like, it's good, but it's not as good as the one before it.
Well, I didn't listen to the one before it, so I can't make that comparison.
Yeah, neither have I.
Nor I.
Maybe I have to.
Hey, if it's more heat than this. For me, album art did not do much. The only way I can kind of see it doing anything is the name of the album. You know, Anxiety, and then it's a pot boiling over. Like, that. It's very rudimentary, it's very simple. But yeah, I just gave it a 6 out of 10. You know, it's not bad art by any means, but just didn't do much for me.
I also gave it a 6 out of 10, but that's because to me, for whatever reason, the way that it's like actually painted just looks like an I Spy book picture. So I was like, I stared at it for like 20 minutes. I was like, this is in fucking I Spy. And like, go look at it real quick. It looks like it belongs in I Spy.
It's not loading. Yeah, I can see it.
It's just that art style.
And you are probably right about it being the pot boiling over. It's kind of what I figured it was, but I went to go like confirm that, and I could not find shit about it.
Yeah, it's totally a pot boiling over.
Bunch of
Yeah,
articles
honestly,
about the songs that I didn't read.
I thought it was just a cup of spilling milk until you said a pot of boiling
See?
water, and then I saw the handle.
Yeah, the upper right thing is a handle.
See, that's what tripped me up originally. I thought it was the pot of like spilled milk. And then I was like, why is it in a pot? And I went out to go find why it was in a pot.
At first, I thought it was like salt pouring over or like sugar pour. And then I was like, no, wait, that's not grainy like it would. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, the only reason I knew exactly what that was when I looked at it is because I see this image every time I make mac and cheese.
That's fair. That makes sense.
Listen, if you don't turn the stove on and then just fucking walk away and you come back and it's boiling over, what are you doing?
Put a wooden spoon at the top.
Do you think I own a wooden spoon?
Why do you not
You
own a
don't
wooden
own
spoon?
a wooden spoon?
Why would I own a wooden spoon? I have a big metal spoon.
Don't get damaged.
Huh?
Non-stick pans don't get damaged from wood. They do from
What am
spatulas.
What am I putting? Hold on. What am I... Spatulas and spoons are different things.
Yeah, but you can use a spatula to like mix around on the stove.
I use a soft spatula.
Oh, how was I supposed to know? I can't even see what you look like right now.
I'm gonna go get my spatula real quick, guys.
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna show you guys.
We're not gonna know shit. Get your wooden spoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my wooden spoon right now, guys. Let me shake my desk again and see if it fixes my webcam.
He's gonna do that and just fucking you're gonna pew.
Yep. Shit, he's in charge of the wheel. I think when we go to the studio, we have to get a physical wheel.
Yes.
Damn it. Does your boss not have one?
No,
He
doesn't.
seems like the kind of
I mean,
guy to have.
You're not wrong. I feel like we might have a wheel somewhere around,
But how many slots are on it?
probably like a lot more than we need. But oh well.
I mean, we're gonna have to write it a lot.
All right, can we just get one of those circus spinning ones, and then we'll put like one of us on it, and
That's a
just
good
throw
idea.
knives until we hit one of the album arts?
We could put the 3 people whose albums are up, and then the host can throw the knives at it.
And that's how we all got neutered.
That's how I lost my foreskin, kids.
Canceled twice. Does YouTube like the word foreskin? We'll find out. Tune in next time to see if we still have an account.
What's the problem with the word foreskin?
Susan Wojcicki does not like the word
The
foreskin.
same problem TikTok has with suicide and slut and bomb. Doesn't
Such a fun group of words.
Anyway, overall flow, I gave it a 7 out of 10. It's a lot of it flows together, just not in like the same order. I guess probably could have gone lower with that, just because of the little bit of whiplash that some of the songs get. You know, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. I'll drop it down to a 6 for the flow. That's reasonable.
Yeah, that's what I have it at. I have it at a 6, just because of some of the whiplashy bits. But I can still see like some of the songs do flow really well into each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6. Same reasons. It all kind of like it has its moments of shining, and then it has its...
The hive mind is activated. We're all the same.
Logan, I don't know if you're far away from your mic, but you keep cutting out a little bit.
I'll bring it back. Hi.
Yes.
It's getting like half the words. So yeah,
Speak so softly into the mic.
final rating of the album, I gave this one a 7 out of 10. Is what it ended up being like a 7.2 or something, but I've changed a few things, so I'm dropping it to like a 7. Probably pretty close.
For me, it's a 7.5. Really liked it. Some of it doesn't shine as well, but still, overall, pretty good.
Yeah, for me it was a 6.5. I just said too much similarities, or too many similarities across some songs and whiplash.
Yeah. I guess we're on to the song of the day. Do I keep pausing to pad out time because we lost like 20 minutes? Yup. But it's time for song of the day. We're also missing somebody, so song of the day is going to be shorter. Shit.
Woo!
Anyway, my song of the day is Lemonade by Super Gold. I've had it on my playlist longer than they've been advertising it, I think. They're doing like a huge push for it right now, and I keep getting ads, so it is back in my mind.
Cool. My song of the day is Plan Z by Boy What. It's actually a really cool showcase of like some AI stuff. It's one of those AI generated songs, and for some reason it just slaps hard as fuck. I don't know why. It's an AI voice of Plankton, and it's just it goes fucking hard.
Oh, I do know that song, but it's really funny hearing it from the still shot of Carson.
You know, I like to refer to it as Muscle Carson. He looks like he's trying to flex on us.
That's Gorilla Carson.
Carson's been holding Carson's been flexing for like an hour now.
My arms are so sore, boys.
How is he still conscious right now?
Yeah.
Been holding that shit.
Alrighty. My song of the day is Jack Sparrow by Lonely Island featuring Michael Bolton. What a banger of a song. I think it's in like the top couple Lonely Island songs for me. It's probably my favorite one. It's got the most re-listens. So, absolute fucking banger. And it's got Michael Bolton going absolutely brazy with Andy Samberg. So, what's the hate?
Yep. That concludes the song of the day. It's time to spin the wheel.
Okay.
Oh shit, can he spin the wheel with his webcam being on,
He
bro?
can spin the wheel.
I can definitely spin the wheel
Yeah,
still.
We're good.
It's the only movement you'll see from me ever. Are you ready?
Yup.
Still trying to load in Muscle Carson in the bottom.
Yeah, me too. Oh,
Oh
no.
shit! Oh shit!
Let's
Oh shit!
go!
Let's fucking go! Next week is my week. I'll have a new webcam, I swear.
If you don't, can you pull up the still of Muscle Carson again?
That's gonna be a real
I kind of want to
shitty
save
episode.
it.
I want a shirt with that on it.
I want a cardboard
Listen.
cutout of it.
We're
Replace a
listening
claw.
to Zoot. This was almost my song of the week one week,
Oh,
but I
shit.
chose against it.
I love Zoot Riot. It's so good.
Oh, by the way, big news. Next week, I will put in... my next album for the wheel is the Chad episode.
Chad.
He is very excited to do it.
Okay, wait. This is a 52-minute long album. Oh no.
Yes, it
How many
is.
songs?
14.
Damn. 2 back-to-back over 12. Well, anyway, that's going to do it here at the Album Book Club podcast generic outro moment. Yeah, I'm just going to close it out.